Hi, Sean Servo, Warranty Manager here at Charleston Homes, and today I'm joined by Drew from Tom Manley Wood Floors. Drew, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Just wanted to talk a little bit about our wood floor options. So what we're offering is a pre-finished wood floor, and there's some reasons why, but I brought Drew in here to kind of explain the difference between what we'd call a field finish, or the traditional wood floors that a lot of people associate wood floors with, versus our new pre-finished wood floors that you're seeing in the last, 5 years, or maybe a little bit longer than that. But anyways, Drew, can you kind of explain, so for the pre-finished wood floors, just kind of explain a little bit, what the difference is, I guess.
So most of them are just an aluminum oxide finish. They're just factory finish, so they come the color that you see them. So most of them are coming as you see it on this sample. That is typically, you might have a slight shade or two variance from the actual sample board to the floor itself, but overall, that is pretty much the color that you get is what you see. Where the site finish obviously is just is slightly different as far as colors go, picking them out. So most of these that you're seeing now, the engineered style of them, they allow for a little bit of a wider plank. The reason why they're engineered is so we can allow for a little bit of a wider plank, like the 8-inch, and it not necessarily be affected as dramatically as a solid wood floor would be in such high humidity. So even though these are true wood floors, they do have a wood floor on the bottom side. It's more constructed to be able to kind of fight itself and combat itself with the expansion and contraction that we deal with on a daily basis.
It looks like they're kind of laminated or mounted to like a plywood substrate of some sort.
Typically they'll have roughly, and each option, or each, I should say, product line is a little bit different, but typically they'll come with about 6 layers of plywood on the bottom side. They crisscross each other, so when it does actually accept the humidity and the moisture, it kind of fights itself from being able to.
So it makes it more solid, so it's basically layered.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So it just allows it to, these 8-inch or 6-inch, most of these are going to be 6 to 8 inches anymore. It just allows them to stay flat, stay level, not heave up, not have the gapping that you would have with a typical solid hardwood floor.
And the field finish ones, if you had a wider plank, they would be more susceptible to the cupping with the higher humidity then, possibly. Yeah. Not necessarily all the time, but there's a greater chance.
Oh, ultimately, yeah, absolutely. As the wider planks on a solid wood floor has, it's got so much less space to actually, or I should say so many less boards to split that gapping in between it. And so the wider planks that are solid wood floors do tend to cup quite a bit more, and so that your gapping can be consistently larger.
Now, being out in the field, I remember years ago, you guys would be out there sanding floors and things like that, and so during our production process, it was always kind of a nuisance when people would walk through a freshly sanded or a freshly finished floor. And so the overall time to install is cut down by that, and it's more consistent, correct?
Yeah.
Like I remember there would be floors you guys would sand and apply it, and then some areas would be darker, or back then we were using like the oak tones, and some would look red and orange. And
yeah, I mean, some of it is subject to the actual wood itself, and some of those woods take stain a little bit differently. Practices over the years have changed, and they do become more consistent, but from a pre-finish standpoint or a factory finish, the finishes are definitely a lot smoother. They typically don't have to battle the dust and everything that we typically do on a site finish floor. And so you'll see that it will typically be a lot more consistent as far as color is concerned, and as far as the smoothness of the finish.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to thank you again for doing this blog with us. I'm going to thank our viewers out there for tuning in, and look forward to our next blog. Check out our website, charlestonhomesomaha.com. Thank you.